Only $300? My dad scoffed as he opened my gift. He barely looked at the card before tossing it aside. Lena pays for everything your mom needs, $4 $700 a month. What is this, a snack? I gripped the edge of the table. That money came from my backup account, the one I never touch. I whispered. Those auto payments were from my backup account. He didn't hear me, or pretended not to. He just kept going, louder now. $300? That's how you thank us for raising you? Mom just sipped her tea, silent as always, like nothing was wrong even when everything clearly was. Then Lena stood up, calm and smug, and slid a folder across the table. We voted, she said. You need to move out, by Friday. No one argued, not Dad, not Mom. My brother laughed. Even the youngest cousin just kept eating. That night, I cut them off. Cancelled everything. Utilities, gone. Rent, frozen. Auto payments, stopped. Landlord, notified. By morning, they realized, I'd left a sealed envelope on the kitchen counter. Confidential, it said, with a note. You built a lie on my silence, now you can pay the bill. They pretended not to get it at first, acted like I hadn't just taken everything away. Then, silence broke. Mom left a voicemail, all sweet. Sweetheart, it wasn't meant as an eviction, you just need space, your dad didn't mean what he said. I didn't respond. Then Lena called, crying. It was a joke, okay? You always overreact, you weren't even paying rent. Lie number 1. The apartment was in my name, rent, bills, everything. Lena? I'd been paying her share since last March, when she lost her job. She said it was toxic energy at work, really. She yelled at her boss and got written up. Every month she said she'd pay me back. Every month, she bought $300 hoodies and posted brunch selfies. I checked my banking app, $11,200. That's what she owed me. And that didn't include the Amazon stuff she charged to my account. 1 Dyson Airwrap. Hair supplements. A weighted blanket for emotional recovery. Then she texted. Can you help me? I need $800 for therapy. Mom said you wouldn't mind. She didn't realize the accounts were already locked. That's when the lies started spreading. On Facebook, Lena posted a dramatic black and white photo of herself looking out a window. The caption said, "Sometimes the people you trust most are the ones who show you what betrayal really means." In the family group chat, Dad sent a screenshot of my message that said, "Not my problem," with no context at all. He wrote, "This is what he said to his mother after all she's done for him." Within hours, the chat blew up. Relatives I hadn't heard from in years started piling on. She raised him better. What happened to that sweet boy? Disgusting. Lena, stay strong. Even Aunt Beth wrote, "He used to be so kind. I guess money changes people." No one asked me what really happened. I didn't argue, I just started looking through old files. That's when I found the backup hard drive, the one Lena used when she worked as a freelancer. She used to say, "I never delete anything, I archive my truth." Turns out, she saved more than she should have. Inside a folder called Rent_2022, I found a document tracking stolen money. January, $450 taken. Note, say it's for Spotify. April, paid off mortgage with my money. Note, he won't notice. May, took money for medical bills. Note, just use his backup debit, he never checks. She wrote down every time she stole like she was preparing a presentation on how to scam your own brother. Then I found a folder called Recordings. I opened the first one, it was her practicing lies. "Dad, he said he's cutting you off, said you're a leech." I recorded it, want me to send it? There were fake audio clips too. She used voice-changing apps and cut up old voicemails of mine, stitching together fake sentences to make me sound cruel. One clip had me saying, "I don't care if she dies." But I remembered the real message. What I'd actually said was, "I don't care if she lies again, I'm done." Edited the way she did it, it made me sound like I was talking about Mom. Suddenly, I was the villain. Flashback. I was 19 when I helped them for the first time. Dad called while I was working a night shift at a diner, said the fridge broke, and they needed help. I sent $800 that day, canceling my textbook order for college just to do it. He replied, "Appreciate it, you're finally stepping up. No thanks, no offer to pay me back." A week later, they posted pictures of new patio furniture on Facebook. While I ate dry pasta in my dorm room, I started wondering if I was the crazy one. Thursday. I called the landlord to check the lease. He sounded confused and said, "Oh, your sister said you were moving to Seattle. She told me she's taking over the apartment." She never told me that. Just made up a story and assumed I'd give up, like I always had. I sent the landlord the receipts. Utility bills. Screenshots of texts. Even a voice memo where mom said, "He always covers the rent, Lena can't handle those things." The lease change? Cancelled. But they didn't stop. Dad posted on Facebook. "You give them everything and they still spit in your face. Hashtag family doesn't quit." Then he texted me. "You're playing with fire, we made you who you are." That's when I found the final blow. A loan from 2022, for $15,000, in my name. I never signed for it. He had used my social security number as a co-signer. When I confronted him back then, he said it was a mistake. I told him I'd let it go if he paid it off. He never did. Now the debt was growing fast, and the account had been flagged. I reported the fraud. Got a lawyer friend to help me file legal papers. The account? Frozen. That night, I gathered everything. 3 years of rent receipts. Screenshots of stolen insurance money. Credit cards opened in my name. Lena's fake audio. Emails between mom and the landlord. A spreadsheet I titled, "Family Expenses Paid, 2018 to 2024. Total, $71,000 plus." I zipped it all into one folder called, "Confidential, the Ledger." The next morning, I printed it. One copy went to Dad's office. One to Mom's mailbox. No note, no explanation. Just the truth. If they wanted a fight, I was finally ready. And I wasn't scared anymore. I met Mom at the cafe the next day. It smelled the same, cinnamon rolls and burnt coffee, the old clinking of a spoon in a cup. Nothing had changed in 13 years. Except me. I sat in the corner by the window, the booth where she used to take me after school, when she still called me, champ. She walked in, slow and nervous, holding her purse tight like it would protect her. She looked older than ever. When she saw me, she paused. I saw something in her eyes, guilt, regret, maybe even sadness. She didn't smile, just sat down. "You picked this place," I said. "It was your favorite," she replied. "I thought maybe we could talk somewhere that used to mean something." I didn't say anything. Mom sighed, played with the sugar packets, and tried to look gentle, like a mom. "I didn't know about everything," she started. "The loan, the fake recordings, that was Lena's idea. Your dad just didn't want to worry you. You helped them steal from me," I said calmly. "You wrote the emails, you called the landlord, you let them use my name, for insurance, credit cards, and taxes." Her jaw tightened, her hands started to shake a little. "We didn't think it was a big deal," she said. $171, $384, I said. "That's how much I paid over the years, for rent, bills, Lena's vet, your meds, Dad's taxes, I've kept track." I pulled out a folder labeled Confidential, the Ledger, the same one I gave Dad. I slid it across the table. "You're lying," she whispered. I opened it to page 3, pointed. "Here's your email to the insurance company. You added my debit card, remember? You said your card wasn't working, you even signed it, dot." She blinked quickly. Then I took out a small flash drive and placed it on a napkin. "This has Lena's fake audio clips. You should hear what she made, and what your husband agreed to." Mom looked like she wanted to disappear. "You think this is revenge?" I asked. "It's not, it's closure." She tried to say something. I held up my hand. "No, I let you talk for 30 years, now it's my turn." She went quiet. "You sat with Dad and Lena and agreed to kick me out of the apartment I paid for. You told the landlord I was unstable. You watched them lie about me online, accused me of abandoning you, while you quietly stole money from my emergency fund." "We were drowning," she said weakly. "No," I said sharply. "You were comfortable, you were living well, off my name, my credit, and my silence." I leaned closer, lowered my voice. "I'm done being silent." She shook her head slowly. "You don't understand what your father's been through," she said. "He lost his pride, so he took yours." She didn't say anything else. I continued. "When you sent that group text, saying I threatened you, did you think I wouldn't find the screenshots? Lena saved them on her backup drive, she even labeled them family bait." Mom turned pale, she knew I'd seen everything. "You still think this ends with me forgiving you?" I said. "This isn't a movie, Mom, no music, no hugs." Then I pulled out one last thing, a sealed envelope. "This is a formal notice. Starting now, I'm cutting all financial support, rent, phone bills, groceries, everything." "You wouldn't," she said, but it sounded more like begging. "I already did." I stood up. The chair didn't even make a sound. I looked down at her. This woman who once packed my school lunches, now part of a scam that drained my savings. "You said I turned my back on family," I said. "But I didn't, I turned my back on users." "Please," she whispered, If we lose the apartment, we have nowhere to go. That's not my problem anymore. Then I leaned down for the last line. This coffee's on me, everything else? Never again. I walked out. I didn't look back. Behind me, silence. By the time I stepped out of that cafe, I wasn't angry. I was finished. Done being their secret wallet. Done carrying their guilt. Done being the one they cut out, when I was the one holding everything together. That same night, I recorded a video. No background music, no edits, no drama. Just me, sitting in my new apartment, the one no one in the family had ever seen. Bottles, a bookshelf, the folder, the ledger, next to a mug of hot coffee. I looked into the camera. Some of you have probably heard rumors, I said. That I abandoned my family, that I snapped. I paused. This isn't a story about betrayal, this is a spreadsheet. Then I walked people through the proof, page by page. Rent payments, fake emergencies, money stolen through guilt and lies. I played audio clips, voices blurred but recognizable. Lena faking messages. Dad laughing, he doesn't even read the statements, that's the beauty. Then the closing. If you think I'm doing this to shame them, I'm not. I'm doing this to free myself. And maybe help someone else who's been treated like a wallet with a heartbeat. I posted the video at 9 p.m. By midnight, 48,000 views. By morning, over 600,000. Then everything started. Messages from strangers, survivors, old cousins. People saying, "You just described my childhood. You gave me the courage to cut off my mother. I thought I was crazy, thank you." Therapists shared it. A podcast host reached out. Then a reporter. Then a lawyer, not mine, offering help with fraud claims. Even Jake, my sister's ex, messaged me. "What you did lit a match, and now she's burning everything trying to put it out." I didn't reply to any messages from my family. Not Dad's voicemail, "You think you look strong, this is pathetic." Not Lena's text, "Please take it down, I'm losing everything." Not Mom's email, "You made your point, can we stop now?" Because it wasn't about making a point anymore. It was about truth. One they couldn't twist or erase anymore. A week later, I launched something new. A simple website, a digital space for people who were used by their own families. Not a nonprofit, yet. But I added everything I wished I'd had. How to freeze joint accounts. Sample letters to landlords. A free guide, how to leave a family with receipts. And at the bottom, a donation link. Not for me, for a group that helps adults escape family-based financial abuse. The site went viral. In 72 hours, over $14,000 raised. Someone even made merch. T-shirts, blood debt. Mugs, confidential, the ledger. Hoodies, I'm not your ATM. Then came the best part. A friend from high school sent me a link. It was a video my dad posted on Facebook, blurry, filmed in his car. He tried to tell his side of the story. Said I was always difficult. Called me unstable, trying to make people doubt me. Said my video was fake. Said Lena was just going through something. Only 4 people liked it, and they were all bots. The top comment said, "You taught him everything he knows, especially how to walk away." A few days later, I drove past their house. Not to go in, just to stand across the street. It was getting dark, no lights were on. No music, no fake laughter, no family pretending to be okay. The garden was a mess, trash bins overflowing. The house looked like it had given up. I dropped one last envelope in the mailbox. Inside, a copy of the signed and notarized form ending all support. On it, I wrote in red ink, "I stopped paying for your silence, start living with the noise." That weekend, I left town. New city, new apartment, new phone number. One they'd never know. Before bed, I looked at a framed print above my desk, a gift from someone who said my video helped save their life. It said, "Not a villain, not a victim, just finally unavailable." And I smiled. Because for the first time in years, I didn't owe them anything. Not even a goodbye. I started with my contacts list. Scroll, tap, delete. Mother, father, Lena, Tim, Claire, Uncle Jim. Even the cousin I liked for 5 minutes in 2009, gone. Then came social media. I opened Facebook, not to post, just to clean house. Unfriend, unfollow, block. Left the family time group chat. Exited Mom's birthday planning on WhatsApp. Declined Dad's Zoom therapy calendar, permanently. I didn't just leave. I shut the door and locked it behind me. Next, the apps. I opened my banking app. 6 auto payments still had my name. Mom's health insurance. Dad's gym. Lena's cloud storage. Tim's Spotify. Some weird $8 charge from a utility help fund. That last one made me laugh, it was my own from 3 years ago. Still charging, still ignored. I cancelled everything. Then I checked the connected users list. There were 5 people. Remove, 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 remove. A message popped up. Are you sure you want to remove all users? I looked at it. Yes, I'm sure. That night, I came home and started cleaning. Not normal cleaning. Deep, emotional, ritual-style cleaning. I pulled out 3 boxes labeled family stuff. Keep? Nope. Out went. The graduation card with "We're proud of you," but the broken snow globe Lena gave me after one of her screaming fits. A cabin photo from the trip where Dad got drunk and called me useless. The birthday mug that said #OneSonSon, the same year they forgot to call. Even the handmade ornament from Mom in 8th grade. Because here's the truth, you don't have detox. You don't clean up 90%. You go all in, or you keep getting drained. I bought new sheets, bright white, clean, no memories. New dishes, new towels. A new diffuser scent, citrus and rosemary. No cinnamon, no reminder of her kitchen. I moved the furniture around. Turned the desk, put the bed by the window. Changed the locks. Then I sat at the kitchen table, alone. Drinking coffee, in peace. My phone buzzed. It was my birthday. One message, from PayPal. A $15 refund from one of the cancelled family subscriptions. Not one message from them. No fake birthday calls. No guilt texts from Mom. No shady Facebook posts from Lena like. Some people forget who raised them. Just me. A clean apartment, a full fridge. And a cake I bought for myself, pistachio. No frosting. Exactly how I like it. I poured a glass of wine. Lit one candle. Sat on the floor. To me, I whispered. For surviving everyone else. I took a bite. And smiled. Because this wasn't loneliness. This was healing. And finally, I could breathe.